It's been a good couple of months since Metal Goose came out. Uh, as you can tell, I think people like the game. Well, yeah, the game is doing fine now, but let's check on the developer. Yeah, how has he been doing? Programming for video games is actually a lot more simple than you think. So you have like this, right? The code. I think you just press buttons, and then I think it works, right? Don't ask why I have 1,824 errors. It's completely fine. Just check my diagram here, right? You see this? Yeah. That's how I get like the when I randomize the offset between the player and the guy. You see, this is the enemy. This is John Goose. It's so easy. You just oh my god, it worked. First things first, we got a new weapon. It's called the Rip Saw. What is it? It's a chainsaw on a stick, and this stick could have been used to belong to someone. I wonder why that one end is so tattered. The whole thing about it is that, like the kind of normal things you do with a chainsaw on a stick, like spinning it in your palm and flying around with it. Yeah, that seems pretty fun to me. Its primary attack is that the faster you're moving, the faster this thing actually spins. As you can see in this demonstration here, that just regularly just walking around with it, like, yeah, okay, it kind of works. But if I dash, slam, or even do some crazy movement tech, yeah, this thing goes pretty fast. Alright, alternate modes, yeah. The thing every Metal Goose weapon has, if you've played the game, you'll know. So the thing about this weapon's alternate mode is that it's a grappling hook. Alright, you see that ranged enemy? Yeah, most of the time you would have to like jump up to like get him. Yeah, no, I can just grapple to him now. It's great, isn't it? Another great thing about the alternate mode is that I can actually do like a stream of continuous damage to a targeted enemy. So you see, I have basically latched myself onto this 8-minute here, and I'm just currently like electrocuting him with my battery. Starting the enemy showcase with the most exciting one, we have the Raven, which is both a grounded and flying enemy, being able to attack you from the sky and on the ground. As you can see, it has like large fireballs that you can fire out, and they create radioactive AoE puddles on the floor, which hurt pretty bad if you step in them. So some of its attacks include a green radiation laser TM, the both grounded and flying radiation ball projectiles, a flying dive swoop, which it uses quite often. It has two parryable attacks, being the slash after the dive and the grounded slash. Its other attacks, like the radiation balls and the radiation laser, are unparryable. Since the radiation balls actually share the same script as the player's rockets, they can be shot with the gun to create explosions. Meet the Electron, a strong flying enemy that appears alongside the Raven. Its moves include 4 small electric homing orbs, 2 large electric homing orbs with an electric laser spanning out of the orb, and a massive electric ball with 4 lasers coming out of it. It has a melee explosion attack, from which it will rapidly advance towards the player before exploding in front of them. Luckily for you, it's quite vulnerable in this state and can definitely be attacked for a few free hits. However, it has one unparallelable attack, being 4 lasers coming out of its arms, which the player is required to dash away from. Upon death, he will create a large electric explosion when hitting the ground. Onto the most interesting entry of our enemy list so far, we have the Pylon. So basically, the Pylon is a support enemy, not like the rest of these guys, which are mainly focused on trying to kill you. The Pylon kind of just hangs around the back. So when approached, the Pylon will just shoot small fireballs at the player. Yes, they do track the player for a short period of time, but they only does this when approached. However, the main strength of the Pylon is that it's able to cast and protect up to 3 enemies, and these enemies can be anywhere in the map. When protected, enemies are completely invulnerable to damage, like these 3 shown here. So until the Pylon is killed, I cannot kill these enemies. They basically have infinite protection and have resistance to everything. However, things like the invisible floors or barriers will still kill them if they touch them. When slain, all protected enemies connected to this pylon will lose their protection and actually lose a small percentage of their health, making them slightly easier to kill. Behold, a new fodder enemy, the Marine. Alright, so the Marine is a fodder melee attacker, if it wasn't obvious already. He has a gigantic sword which he swings at you, and is actually a threat to the player this time, because unlike the previous fodder enemies who just walk in a straight line towards you, this guy's sword is also a gun. So, when walking, if the Marine is unable to reach the player for a set amount of time, he will start shooting at the player. And by shooting, I mean spraying shotgun pellets in your general direction and hoping one of them hits. The more interesting thing about the Marine is that it's stronger when in groups. When two Marines are put together, they will actually take turns to attack the player with their melee attacks. So if to say this guy is approaching this other Marine here, the one further away from the player will start to back off and shoot at the player, while the guy in front uses his sword to slash at you. They will alternate in doing this, and even in larger groups they also do this behavior. They can actually form lines of like repeated fire at the player, which can be quite overwhelming in larger numbers. Aside from that, this guy is nothing really that much special. His sword moves are parryable, his gun moves are not. And that's all. Do expect to see a lot of him though. Alright, I want to talk about the Ripsaw's counter-attacks. So if you didn't know, counter-attacks are special moves, only accessible through parrying or evasion. They are unique to each weapon's regular mode and alternate mode. So as for the Ripsaw, it changes its regular orange slashes into powerful red ones which do more damage. So as for its alternate counter-attack, it is a free 5-hit electric shock to a targeted enemy. Although if you miss the Ripsaw grapple and don't actually hit an enemy, like it's completely bypassed, you don't get anything out of it. One thing I couldn't fit about the Raven into its section earlier is that if you approach it or its acid pools on the floor, like a static overlay is applied to your screen. Well, I just thought it would be a nice little thing to have like as much radiation symbolism as I could into this enemy, you know, it'd be cool. This map that I'm actually playing in, the sandbox map, will be available as an update like around the same time that this video goes up. So like by the time you're watching this, if you install the game and play a few levels, you'll be able to gain access to the sandbox map and just do whatever the heck you want. Thank you so much for watching this video. The game is free, like give it a try if you have time. Alright, bye bye.